On this channel, I've been talking about the technical side of the game, the physical side of the game. I've been instructing you guys on how to train every single day to perform and how to develop to genuinely not stay stuck in the same place. And they're really good, don't get me wrong, but I think I've been delaying this video for some time. I've been delaying this video. That's probably gonna be much more important than the drills that I show and the methods that I show. It's gonna do with the mental side of the game. The side that most players neglect, and they wake up one day and they realize that this is the exact problem that actually stopped them from achieving what they wanted to achieve in football. You know, because my genuine opinion is that football is and always will be 90% mental. You can have the best ability in the world, you can be better than Messi and Ronaldo, but if you struggle with your confidence, with your emotional control and discipline, you're gonna struggle to play at a semi-professional level. Simple as it is. You know, I'll tell you a funny story that happened to me last year, or at least now I think it's funny. Before I signed my first pro contract, I was playing Sunday League football. Playing Sunday League football in UK, and you know, I went to trials to this team right here, you know, from Sunday League. So the coaches didn't really have that many expectations from me as a player, right? I go into those trials, I train with them for a couple of weeks, I play 4 or 5 friendlies. In those 4 or 5 games, I've actually scored 9 goals. 2 back-to-back hat tricks where I was literally banging in goals with my left foot, right foot. Everything was just going smooth, right? Everything was going according to my plan, which is signing that contract. And of course, after this performance, I did sign the contract that I was always waiting for. Signed my contract, they give me accommodation, I live there in the facility, and you know, fast forward a couple weeks, we have our first league game, which is gonna be, you know, my first official game in so many years where I'm actually playing at a pro level. Going into it, I was anxious. I was anxious of how I'm gonna play, of how I'm gonna live up to the expectations that I've set myself for the preseason, where I've literally scored 9 goals in 4 or 5 games. And a certain part of me was thinking that just don't start me today. Don't start me because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to perform. Unfortunately, I did start because I was one of the best players in the preseason, so how am I not gonna start, right? You know, I started the game, I see the fans that we had in that game, the music in the warm-ups, which I haven't heard in such a long time, and believe me or not, that had an impact on me as well. That made me proud, but at the same time put an immense pressure on my head, because I was like, listen, it's been a while. It's been a while since I felt like this, right? So I step on the pitch, we have the game. First touch, bad touch. Second touch, bad touch. Third touch leaves the ball. Fourth leaves the ball. And this is going on for the whole game. For the whole game, it's almost like I forgot how to pass a simple ball. It's almost like I forgot how to take a simple touch. And it was nothing like the way I am usually. The coach subbed me off after 45 minutes and was really mad at me. He told me that, listen, I'm a coward, that I can't perform when it actually matters, and the pressure, I can't deal with the pressure, so what am I actually doing in football? Every kind of thing that you could imagine, I've been told by him and by myself in the first place. That was a moment where I was really disappointed. I was really angry and actually pissed. Not just at the coach, but at me, because I knew I could do much more. So in the next 2 weeks, 2 more games, I didn't play 1 single minute. I was on the bench waiting to be subbed on, so at least play like 10, 15 minutes, but I didn't. Right? I remember after the second game that I was on the bench, I got so pissed and so angry with myself, with the coach. I didn't want to speak with nobody, I didn't want to do nothing, I didn't want to go out. I was just staying inside my room, thinking and kind of meditating about what am I actually doing in football. I had this hard discussion with myself. I had to work on my identity. I knew that this is the only way I'm going to develop this confidence that I need to make it pro. I knew that if I'm going to continue like this, just blending in with the crowd, just doing 1 pass, 2 passes, and then disappearing for the whole game, I ain't going to get where I want to get, which is a better level, which is being the best in this team, which is performing to my actual potential every single game. I worked on my identity the whole day. Swear to God, I've written in that notebook probably 20, 30 pages of things that I needed to work on, of things that I needed to change literally that day, and of things that I would never be afraid of anymore in my life. Next day, we have a training session. Me with that whole work and that whole meditation and, you know, kind of talk that I had with myself, I go into that training session like a different guy. I go into that training session and it's almost like I forgot what it is to pass a ball. I was taking the balls and dribbling past 3, 4, 5, 6 players every single time. I didn't care about passing, I didn't care about giving the ball, I didn't care about being cold, too selfish or losing the ball or anything. I just wanted to be so dangerous. I wanted to be a threat on the pitch, a guy that's scoring goals, assisting, creating opportunities every single time. So I've done it. I've done it, and I was extremely successful with it. Honestly, you might think I'm crazy, but at that point, people in that training session were calling me Messi, because I have a very similar playstyle to him. And in those training sessions, I was doing mad things like Messi. Obviously, they were training sessions. Obviously, I wasn't playing against Real Madrid or whatever. I'm not comparing myself with Messi by any means, but it just goes to show how I'm the same guy. One day didn't change me physically, didn't change me technically. It was just one day. That's all it took of targeting my subconscious mind, of targeting my identity, so I can go into that training session and show everyone what I'm genuinely capable of. And the funny thing is that it wasn't just that day. It was for the next 2 weeks. You know, that next Saturday we didn't have a game because of the international break. So we just done trainings for 2 weeks. And every single day in trainings, I was the same, doing the exact same things, being the most dangerous guy, being the guy that's always gonna either score, assist, or create a dangerous moment. I didn't care about the coach. I didn't care about the players like I usually did. All I cared about is my future in football, and I knew that my football life and my football future is at stakes here. If I'm not gonna take any action, if I'm not gonna change anything, I might as well forget about football forever. We finished the 2 weeks. I started a game. And that was for the first time in my life where I've seen with my own eyes how my actions and my decisions have taken me from a dead situation where I literally thought at one point that I'm not gonna start one single game for the whole season. And all it took is 2 weeks of proving them wrong, of changing the way I was as a person, as a guy, as a player, to start again. I started a game, score a goal. Start the next game, another assist, another goal, another opportunity created, another dribble, score, assist, crosses, shots. I was just dangerous. I started the next 10 to 15 games without being subbed off. Looking back at all of this is probably the most valuable lesson that I've had to learn in football. This period of, quite literally, you know, you think about it, it's a couple weeks, maybe a month long, that taught me more about me as a player, me as a guy, and what's actually possible in the football realm. If you can actually look outside of just your technical ability and physical ability to be able to play at the highest level, to be able to perform to your actual ability. That was the period that broke those mental chains that I had. And it made me understand how powerful the mental work is for any player trying to make it pro, and for any player that's actually already playing pro and just wants to become better and better every single day. And that was one of the things that motivated me to start working with players one-on-one. That lesson, alongside many other lessons, alongside me finishing 3 years of sports science and sports psychology, they taught me those things. They taught me that I can influence people the same way I influenced myself, because I had to be the first case study. And I was. That's how I played pro football. That's how I signed 2 pro contracts. Not by luck, not by connections. It's simply because I knew, and in the last couple of years, this is definitely the number one thing that I always had in my mind, is that everything is in my own control. I just have to want it enough. And if I want it enough, that doesn't just mean I'm gonna train hard, but actually means I'm gonna find the smartest and the most optimal and efficient ways of developing as a player, whether it's physically, technically, tactically, mentally, recovery-wise, anything that it could be. I'm gonna find a way to get to the other side of this, and I'm gonna find a way to win. That was probably the number one thing that I had in my mind, and I still have in my mind. Whether I play football, whether I don't play football anymore, this is the number one thing that I'll always remember in my life. Now I transition to coaching for a completely different reason. It's a personal reason that I'll get on about in a different video. But today, I'm here to talk about the mental side of the game. I'm here to tell you how important it is, and I'm here to tell you to stop neglecting it like you've probably been neglecting it for years now. How literally one day could be all it takes for you to break those mental chains. How it could take you longer, it could take you less. There's no exact science on this, but there is definitely proof through so many players that I've worked with to help them with the mental side of the game, which if you've been following me on Instagram, you've probably seen hundreds of testimonials by this point. You've seen my personal story that I've just told you about. All of these are proof case studies of how important it is. And the reason I've decided to make this video is because honestly, this lesson is gonna be 100 times more valuable than the actual drills I show. Because they're very important and they're very effective at making you a better player, but they're essentially useless if you have zero confidence if you're not composed, if you're not in the flow state when you play, and if you don't trust yourself enough. And listen guys, if I want you to take one lesson from this video, is this: stop neglecting it, stop forgetting about it, start working on it like your life depends on it, because it actually does. So if you want to achieve something in football, you want to become the best, you need to work on all sides of your game, not just being a technical player or not just being a fast player. You need to be tactical, you need to be strong mentally, you need to be confident. And I'm gonna be real, man, if you guys want to take a shortcut to all of these things, you want to learn them faster, and you want your specific problem to be fixed by me, the same way I've done it with over 50 players in the last 6 months, or the same way I've done it to myself, then you can click the link below and book a free consultation call with me, absolutely for free, where I can, see your current situation and see how exactly I can help you overcome it and get you to the next level in your football career. But at the same time, guys, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because all I do here is talk about football and how you can stay at the top of your game. And I'll see you next time.